My name's Tyrone Hull. I'm the founder of the Hampshire Confectioner, making handmade chocolates and confectionery based around Hampshire produce. I am a pastry chef. I've been doing so for 13 years. I've started my business making handmade sweets and confectionery off the back of my time as a pastry chef. I've worked for some top chefs, including Gordon Ramsay in London. I like to think that I'm at a stage now in my career where I can utilise all the skills in starting my own business. The reason I started the confectionery business is because I always wanted to start my own business and work for myself. At the moment it's in its sort of infancy, but the reason I started with chocolates and sweets and things like that is because they have a slightly longer shelf life than the more fresh products. It just gives me a little bit more time to build the business without too much waste. Well, the salt caramel, milk and dark chocolate ones are probably the most popular chocolates that I do in the range, and that is using a tempering method where you heat the chocolate up to a certain temperature, in this case 55 degrees, and then the idea is to drop it down to 28 degrees and then bring it back up to what's called a workable temperature, 31 degrees, and that just makes sure that the chocolate is emulsified. Basically, that your job is, as the chef, is to bring it together, emulsify it, and then you create like a nice glossy, shiny, hard chocolate that is really nice to eat. But inside the chocolate is a caramel, like a butterscotch caramel made with sugar, which is then caramelized. Then you add cream, butter, and vanilla in some cases, and then obviously salt, and then you cap it off with the same chocolate. The macaroons are completely different techniques, made using egg whites, icing sugar, normal caster sugar, almonds, which are basically what separates it from a normal meringue. The process is basically you make a paste with your almond and icing sugar, whatever colouring you want, then you add egg white to that in order to make the paste. Then separately you make what's called an Italian meringue by boiling sugar to 118 degrees. Then you pour that on top of the eggs while they're whisking in the machine. Wait for it to cool down. Combine the two ingredients together. Pipe it out using a piping bag and a 6mm nozzle. Pipe it onto the trays. Let it dry for half an hour and cook them at 150 degrees for 18 minutes. It's currently running at a profit after 3 months. It has its ups and downs. You know, it's difficult to get retailers to buy the product because of the shelf life, because it's a fresh product. It's only got a 3-month shelf life, and a lot of your farm shops or your delis or your supermarkets want a product that lasts up to 5 or 6 months, because that gives them the time frame in which to sell it. So at the moment I'm looking for other avenues of sale as well as the markets that I do at the moment, which have been successful, and I'm looking at things like letting agencies for holiday cottages. I'm also looking at doing various sort of trade shows and stuff like that in order to drum up custom from sort of places like Waitrose or Co-op. Basically, there's a time frame in which you can do chocolate. Really, that's probably from the end of October to April, when the weather is sort of cold. Once Easter's out of the way, I'll probably move on to slightly different things, such as handmade tarts or different styles of patisserie, basically, that isn't so susceptible to sort of temperature change. And then we'll go from there, really, sort of try and get some cafes and hotels and stuff on board as well.